My friends, I'm here to announce that I am running for governor of the great state of Oklahoma.
Tonight, we're going in depth on who is running to be the next governor of Oklahoma. With Attorney General Gentner Drummond's announcement today, the first big and major name to enter the race, well, it made it official. Fox 23's Devin Lyon was in Pawhuska as our You Decide 2026 coverage of the race for governor officially begins.
I am Gentner Drummond, and I'm running for governor of the state of Oklahoma to represent you, the people, not the political elite.
State Attorney General Gentner Drummond is making an early announcement on the race for Oklahoma governor in 2026. Monday morning at the Osage County Fairgrounds, hundreds of people were the first to hear the announcement by Drummond.
Together, we are going to make Oklahoma greater than it's ever been.
The Osage County native was joined by his family and several local law enforcement agencies. The Oklahoma Fraternal Order of Police then announced their full support of Drummond in his run for office, an early and strong endorsement for the candidate.
And Mr. Drummond, last Tuesday, our executive board met, and we had input from represented over thousands and thousands of officers across the state, 30 to 40 different lodges, and it's my pleasure to announce that we voted unanimously to endorse you to be Oklahoma's next governor.
Drummond will look to replace Governor Kevin Stitt, who will term out in 2026. However, it's unclear if he will receive the governor's support with 17 months before votes are tallied.
In the past few years, I've been honored to serve as your Attorney General. I've delivered on every single promise I made.
At the forefront of his campaign, Drummond says he wants to continue to attack crime and the drug crisis across the state and make Oklahoma the most business-friendly state in the nation.
Oklahoma is a place where values still mean something. Hard work is a way of life, where integrity matters. I'm here today because I believe together we can make a great state greater than it's ever been.
Someone who is not surprised about this? Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt himself. You may remember this announcement that he made last spring during a news conference. Here it is.
You know, you've got an AG that's already said he's running for governor. You've got an auditor who's running for lieutenant governor. And within an hour, we got no notice. The House didn't get any notice. Within an hour, they've coordinated their press statements.
That public statement was made when Drummond and State Auditor Cindy Byrd accused Stitt together, both of them, of having legal and ethical issues with how his cabinet was laid out and performing some of its duties, as well as mismanaged federal COVID funds. The two worked together on a press release and statements and findings of what they saw were problems within the governor's office. So think back to a year ago. What did Drummond say last spring when we asked him about Stitt saying he was running for governor? Let's roll the tape.
I'm 100% focused on being the Attorney General, and that requires that when I see malfeasance or misrepresentation or divergence of funds, that I act on it. It doesn't matter that I'm a Republican or a Democrat or whatever I might be. That's the rule of law. That is my lane. I think Auditor Byrd is to be commended because her rule, her law, her lane is auditing the behavior of state actors. And it's unfortunate for the governor that his administration continuously and regularly misapplies federal funds and state funds. It's her job to call it out, and it's my job to enforce it.
Former state senator Republican Mike Mazzei posted on Facebook a teaser that he too was thinking of running for governor. Here is the post that gained some attention. It is a logo with his name and the word governor next to it. Didn't say much more than just stay tuned, and there has been nothing more since that post. In addition to representing South Tulsa and Bixby, Mazzei also served as Governor Stitt's Secretary of Budget for a year. Tulsa Republican Congressman Kevin Hern's name was floated as a possible gubernatorial candidate, but then he shot all that down last month. In a post on X, Hern said with his new position in House Republican leadership and Donald Trump returning to the White House, he felt he could do more good for Oklahoma by remaining in Congress and being a part of helping the second Trump administration. Hern also said the current House Republican majority is too slim for he or anyone else to miss out on any key votes campaigning. And then there was State Superintendent Ryan Walters, who kind of let the cat out of the bag last summer when he was facing an investigation and allegations of financial mismanagement of the Oklahoma State Department of Education.
We don't need to wait. We do not need to wait on a loft committee. We do not need to wait on an investigation. It is time to start the proceedings immediately. The Speaker wants to impeach me for political advantage in the 2026 governor's race. So then let's start the impeachment proceedings.
Walters dared then House Speaker Charles McCall to impeach him, claiming the two were likely to face off next year in the Republican primary for governor. I've spoken with many state lawmakers who said McCall is considering a run for governor but has not made anything official. The Loft report, by the way, against Walters found there were problematic areas but nothing criminal that took place. The House did not move to take any actions in the way of punishment. So, you guessed it, I asked Speaker McCall last summer if he was running for governor. This conversation, keep in mind, happened about 6 months ago. Here's what he told me then.
I'm looking forward to getting back to being a full-time husband and father, and back in my family's company, and taking a break, getting back in, serving the people in that capacity. So it's these next few months will be about finishing my term as Speaker of the House and the state representative for House District 22. It'll also be about transitioning in the new Speaker that's been selected.
While we're waiting to see who else may run for governor, including with the Democrats, State Auditor Cindy Byrd made her intentions known earlier this month. This is Byrd's website announcing that she is running for lieutenant governor. Byrd is term limited from running for another 4 years as state auditor and inspector, and Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell is limited from seeking another 4 years as lieutenant governor himself. We have not heard anything about his future plans.